You're listening to Turi Writer's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. In this installment, there are a lot of ways to handle the simple question, well, did you break anything? And here are a few answers for you.
I took Jerry to the vet all by myself this morning.
Really? With no outside help?
He actually thought it was kind of fun.
How did they, why?
Just because I wanted to know how much he weighs. So I went all the way to the vet. And I figured since we were there, Dr. Ryan could take a look at him, and he weighs 70 pounds.
Jeez.
He's not done growing yet. He's just over a year. But he was a really good boy there, and they gave me the name of a trainer to give him some manners.
You have a list of trainers that would reach from my third floor to my basement. You've got no shortage of trainers.
They said that Jerry was a very sweet boy, and they liked him a lot, and that he looks loved, and he just needs to get some manners or two.
Do you remember my spin salt wheel where anytime you need to insult somebody? I think that the veterinarians probably have the antithesis of this spin salt wheel. Your pet is a very sweet boy, girl, rabbit, canary. It's clear that he gets a lot of affection, pets, love, walks, attention.
Food.
I love my spin salt wheel. I'm going to keep plugging it forever. But it seems to me, I mean, what are they really... Let me backtrack.
Okay.
Let me tell you when I caught on to this racket of the flattery wheel. I noticed, you may recall that my small cutie had a lot of medical problems when he was born. And so we had to see a lot of specialists, and every specialist would write the same letter to our doctor. Thank you for allowing me to spend time and meet small cutie. It's clear small cutie is, it was always the same. Thank you for the pleasure of meeting this intelligent and creative child. They all said the same.
Well, who's going to send you a letter saying your baby is an asshole?
Bingo! That's it. You got it. And who in the vet's office is going to send you a letter saying?
Actually, you forget about Einstein, who is the most special dog in the history of Western civilization, who bit anybody who didn't belong to us, ran away on, I can't tell you how many times, and lived to be 18. But I never got a vet letter saying how nice and brilliant and smart Einstein was. Ever. Not once. From 4 different vets we took him to.
I hear that.
One said he had a very small brain. That's a nice way of saying your dog is the stupidest dog I've ever seen.
Well, there are outliers. There are bacteria that can live at the South Pole.
We did love Einstein. He was special. But Jerry, actually, the vet called him a giant Benji, because he does look like the little Benji dog from the movies. Don't tell me you never saw a Benji movie.
I saw the ads. I never saw the movie. Nothing. Can I just say, for the record, nothing from Rin Tin Tin to Ben the Rat has interested me less than Pet as Buddy movies. Not that Marley and Me, none of that. People kept giving me these, when people find out that you have a certain pet, they then assume that you want to have every kind of tchotchke about that pet, from coffee mugs to bestsellers. And I'm like, no, I have the pet. I don't need a coffee mug shaped like a rabbit's ass.
I just got a coffee mug with belly on it. It's a bulldog coffee mug.
See?
I have everything with bulldogs, and now I've got to get giant Benjis. But he's sleeping out in the other room. But he's gonna have to go to term school for a little bit. So I get in the truck, which Frankie drove all week last week for work, and the key broke off in the. Yeah, in the ignition, the whole back of the key fob just broke right off, so that all I had was this little metal piece of key sticking in there. With the truck running. And so Eve went out and quote unquote fixed it.
What does that mean?
Well,
pliers?
it means that
or
for the time that I drove from our place to the vet,
uh-huh.
it was all in one piece. But
Uh,
as soon as I turned it off at the vet's office, it was in three pieces.
well, okay. Your spouse fixes
Yeah.
everything with super crazy glue.
My spouse with his big hands who broke it and then forgot to say anything about it. And it's the only vehicle I have to
Wait a
drive
minute.
right now.
It was pre-broken, like tear key along dotted line?
Yeah, it was snapped together. And it just, the piece of it is actually broken. It was an illusion that it was in one piece to begin with.
Okay, so this has one of those big plastic fobs that the metal sticks out of.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the big plastic fob just came apart as soon as I put it into the ignition.
So when you got to the vet's office, assuming you were able to turn it
Yes.
off, did it not occur to you to maybe wander over to like the Home Depot and get a key made?
There's no Home Depot up here. I'd have to drive an hour away. And it's a $150 key. But I did send him pictures of what the hell is this. And he called me and said, maybe we'll spend $150 and get a new key made.
Well, as you may know, I bought a new used car,
Yes.
which is already starting to give me a little bit of the Yiddish word for this, I believe, is spilkes, little
That's what they do.
difficult feelings. Even though I bought it from a friend, and even though it had very low mileage, I started getting lights and signals and the car jumping up and down going, I'm not happy, fix something. Before that happened, I realized that I realized when I bought the car, it came with only one key, which caused me great concern. So I went to see what a new key would cost, and anything remotely associated with the dealer was hundreds of dollars. However, thanks be to eBay, you can find a faux key, and then let me tell you what happens. You call the dealer to see if they will cut it, and again, they want several $100s.
Yeah.
You know that old English folk song where the princess falls in love with the handsome prince, and he says, I can only ride around on this horse as a prince every blue moon because I'm in the captive powers of an evil witch. But if I ride on this night and you hold on to me, the evil witch will turn me into various vicious beasts. But if you just hold on, you'll get your prince back. Remember that folk
Yeah.
song? Right. If you just keep calling locksmiths, if you just hang on and go down the list of locksmiths, which where you live is a very short list, but here is a long list, you can get a $275 replacement key for the low, low price of $40.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, after my little escapade in the Safeway parking lot last week, I have no confidence getting behind the wheel of Clifford the big red truck. Usually I'm a badass when I'm driving Clifford. Now I'm afraid that I'm just going to be running over stuff.
Well, with Clifford, you could. Speaking of cars, since we seem to be doing a quasi-automotive show today,
Yeah.
somehow,
Yeah, quasi.
somehow, this hasn't happened in years in the city. And I'm used to every kind of noise in the city. But some orifice has a car with a tricky alarm. And this,
Oh, no.
this alarm, and it's not like it goes on and it on and on and on and on. It goes on and on for about 60 seconds, and then it turns off, and you think, and your blood pressure comes down. Then it turns on and on and on for another 90 seconds. You think, okay, 90 seconds. Then it turns off. Then it's off for half an hour. Then it turns on. So I wanted to find the owner. And you know me, I'm a late work, late sleep person. This thing was howling alternately at being quiet and howling. And they must have done research, the car alarm manufacturers of America. They have money. They must have done some research to find out exactly what sequence of on and off shrieking car alarm causes maximum want to saw my own head off aggravation.
There's nothing worse.
There, I just wanted
Except
to.
maybe the smoke alarm in the house. That's the only thing I
yeah.
can think of worse than a car alarm.
Well, you can hit that one with a broom, but I couldn't run out in the middle of the street and hit my neighbor's car with a broom, especially
I
since
would,
I
with a
didn't know which
2x4.
neighbor. Oh, I was so tempted. You have no idea. You have no idea. But see, here's the thing with social media and everybody with security cameras in my neighborhood. I knew that my attack on my neighbor's car, with any luck at all, I would be the old white gray-haired lady, and the neighbor would be some genteel, sophisticated person of color, and that would be the end of me. They'd put it up under Karen attacks car.
Front page of the Chicago Reader.
It'd be in there. So I just, I just didn't get any sleep. I did not, and
that would just make me. I can't even think of a word.
that's probably going to make you feel better about living on a mountain where there is no Home Depot.
That's true. That's true. There is a Home Depot like 45 minutes away, but I'm not going to drive there with half a key in my mission.
Hey, half a key is better than none.
That's true. And then to cap it off, right after I asked him what's going on with this key,
Yeah.
he said, well, there's another key hanging up in the house. You just have to find it, but it's in two pieces too.
Thank you.
I said, well, thanks.
Thank you, Frankie. And this is when this kind of thing happens, it's usually the spousal unit criticizing me for the way that I have maintained or failed to maintain something. And my response is usually, well, it isn't yours, and therefore it isn't your problem. And leave the way I keep my fill in the name of object or calendar or an electronic thing.
Being the one that like hit a truck in the Safeway parking lot last week and did $3,000 worth of damage to my car.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping all this key talk between you and I. I would not bring it up to him and say, well, why'd you leave me two broken keys? Because he's going to say, why are we replacing the whole passenger side door of our new car?
Yeah, you have to keep score that way. You have to remember that if you yell about this, they can yell about that.
Yeah, and I think that's still the key thing, $150. The car thing, we're waiting to see how much our insurance is going to go up on top of the deductible, on top of whatever else, because they keep finding more things wrong.
This occurs to me. This is why, I keep a book in my purse all the time for lists.
Yeah.
Anybody who tries to track me down in the event of a fatal car accident in which I perish will be very interested to know exactly how many cans of tuna I needed to buy. I'm sure this will be a great revelation to them. But it occurs to me that perhaps another useful function for this book would be keeping track of what I've screwed up around the house versus what my spouse has screwed up around the house. Although, just as Frankie has, I have the trump card. I only pull it out once in a while, but the trump
plumbing?
card.
Does it have to do with plumbing?
Oh God! Don't mention the war. Don't mention the plumbing. I have saved that one. That's been saved.
Yeah, that's it.
I haven't used the home repaired plumbing yet. So far, I'm still getting abundant mileage out of every single dent in this car you made.
Yeah, well, see, I can't do that.
No, but if
I already hit the boulder in the driveway. I somehow must have hit the mailbox bank at some point, even though I don't remember it. but the mark is definitely there. And no, I wasn't drinking.
No,
I don't drink.
No.
Hook me up to a lie detector. Okay. I don't remember.
It's not that I don't hit things. It's that when I start to hit something, I stop moving. Whereas the spousal unit seems to feel, I'm not in his head and I don't know the actual thought process, but as nearly as I can tell, it's, oh, well, I already hit it.
Well, I blame mine on my spatial disability. Like, I have no idea how long something is and how far anything is. Everything weighs 200 pounds. Everything's a mile away. I have no sense of direction. My shortcuts take 3 hours, but that's how my kids grew up. They just know that that's mommy's little quirk.
Yeah. Well,
and every dent on every car, on every truck
is yours.
is mine. Yes.
Aw.
Well, not everyone. Frankie ran over a car once with the big lifted Bronco in Michigan.
I think we'll save that for another podcast.
Yeah, I think so. It still makes me laugh every time I think about it.
Thanks for listening to the Turi Writers She Said What podcast. Assuming you like what you heard, you might want to leave us a good review and maybe pick up my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air, which you can get from your independent bookseller or that giant website that sells absolutely everything.